thank you for joining us. Crystal Brown is back with us once again. She's co-founder of Educate Our State and Ambition and Doing Well. Good to see you again, Crystal.
Yeah, thanks for having
That's
me.
very terrific that you're doing this, I think. You're a co-founder, and the other person was?
Well, actually, I don't know how you refer to that when we have 8 co-founders.
Well, yeah, you know.
So, yeah, we've got team members in Sacramento, Los Angeles, and a bunch in San Francisco and Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
And these are all moms that really felt a passion for fixing this education crisis facing California.
Yeah. Where does it stand now? You
So-
know, I hear so much about the state budget and
Yes.
what's happening in schools, and having had 7 of my children go to school in San Francisco and through that, you know.
Yeah. It's in major crisis. The education is facing a huge
Is Jerry
crisis.
Brown going to help?
You know, we really hope he is. He seems like the right person to take this on right now. At Educate Our State, we really have sort of created a channel for parents to come together and be a force. Right now we have about 35,000 supporters in pretty much every legislative district. And these are parents and community members saying, we're not happy with the quality of education in California and we want better.
Yeah, okay. What do you want better? What part do you want
Well,
better?
so we're focusing on logical funding, sufficient funding, teacher quality, and curriculum. So that should hit most areas. But really the point is that it's not for us to say specifically what the policies are. We can look at the policies, but these policies are well defined, and the legislators have tons of legislation coming to their desks. Where's the political will to make some of this happen? We can see, we saw a recent report from PPIC that somewhere around 60 to 70% of the public is very worried about the quality of public education in California. Those are enormous numbers. So I think there's a recognition there's a problem. Now let's put some political muscle and fix it.
I think it's just one of the problems that people are worried about. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is
There's
true.
so many different things, but people have young children or children who are still in school right now or going to school. They are concerned about it because we hear so much about it.
Right.
And you know, I think that the Brown family, I know the Brown family,
Yeah.
you know, they grew up in San
Good guy.
Francisco. So I think that he is a good person.
But you know, and I
to
think
have
yes,
in
absolutely.
there.
And it really isn't just parents that are worried. I think the mass public, that's what we saw, is that yes, parents are
What
concerned.
response have you gotten from parents
You know,
in terms of joining this and getting
They
involved?
have been looking. We often hear, "I am so happy I found you. I'm so happy I found your website. I can't wait to share this with other parents in my community."
Great.
They really feel like they've been looking for a way to tie in across district lines. I think you see a lot of parents organized at their schools or maybe even in their districts, if they're smaller districts. But really statewide, we haven't seen this kind of mass push specifically around fixing the quality of public education. And that parents are really excited and fired up. And they're also, this probably is acting on a little bit of fear. But it really does tie into those other issues that you're talking about, the economy and jobs, because even the business community is saying, we don't have the prospective job employees that we need, and that ties directly into what's going on in education. So they're concerned about it. Grandparents are concerned about it. So it really, even if you look at the track to the prison, the growth of prison. So I think it's really a community issue. It's not just parents that really care.
You know, and we've got some private schools, but not. I mean, they're more and more expensive anyway. They're raising their fees way up.
Yes.
You know, my children all went to public school. Your 3 public school.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where we want to have 99% of all the kids go to public school.
Well, I mean, we don't want to make a judgment on what parents do. We understand, but most parents do not have the choice. And really, what's happened when we looked at our school budget and we were looking at 20% budget cut, and everything else has already been cut. We don't have PE, music, art, school supplies. That's been off the table for a long time. So when we're talking about cutting, it's about teachers and losing staff, and it's almost a dangerous environment. So I feel like parents are really on the front lines, and they are the ones that have to speak up first.
Okay, well, you are on the front lines, and I really do congratulate you because
Thank
you
you.
have drawn more people into this. Crystal Brown is here, and she's one of the founders of Educate Our State. And parents' movement, you know, to make their schools as good as they can be for their children. We all feel that way, right, Crystal?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thanks.